The things that hold us back in life. Part 1. Blame shifting. Blame shifting is a psychological defense mechanism where an individual deflects responsibility for their actions or mistakes onto others, thereby avoiding accountability or consequences. It involves shifting the focus of blame away from oneself onto someone else or external factors. Blame shifting can occur consciously or unconsciously, and it often manifests in situations where an individual feels threatened or guilty. Blame shifting in the workplace can occur in various scenarios. A team member blames others for missed deadlines or project failures, deflecting responsibility away from themselves by pointing fingers at colleagues, external factors, or management decisions. Instead of owning up to their mistakes, an employee might blame others or external circumstances for errors in their work. For instance, they might attribute a missed detail in a report to incomplete information provided by a co-worker. An employee who receives negative feedback during a performance review might blame their co-workers, superiors, or company policies for their shortcomings, rather than acknowledging areas where they need improvement. During workplace conflicts or disagreements, individuals may engage in blame shifting to avoid taking responsibility for their actions or to deflect attention from their behaviour. This can hinder effective resolution and damage team dynamics. Instead of addressing customer complaints constructively, an employee might blame co-workers or company policies for the issues raised by customers, thereby avoiding accountability and preventing the resolution of underlying problems. In cases of ethical misconduct or breaches of company policies, individuals may shift blame onto others or external factors to minimize their own culpability and avoid facing disciplinary action or legal consequences. Blame shifting in the workplace can undermine trust, teamwork, and morale, leading to decreased productivity and a toxic work environment. Effective communication, accountability, and a culture of transparency are essential for addressing and preventing blame-shifting behaviors. Management blame shifting can manifest in various ways within an organization. A manager who micromanages their team might blame their subordinates for not meeting expectations or deadlines, instead of reflecting on their own leadership style and its impact on productivity and morale. Instead of taking responsibility for setting unrealistic targets or providing inadequate resources, a manager might blame their team for not achieving goals, even if the targets were unattainable or the resources insufficient. When there's a breakdown in communication within the organization, a manager might blame their subordinates for not understanding instructions or for failing to communicate effectively, without acknowledging their own role in facilitating clear communication channels. If a project exceeds its budget, a manager may blame the project team for overspending or not managing resources efficiently, without acknowledging their own decisions that may have contributed to the budgetary issues. Instead of reflecting on their own leadership style or organizational culture, a manager might blame high employee turnover on individual employees' lack of commitment or competence, ignoring factors such as poor management practices, low morale, or inadequate training and development opportunities. When a company fails to innovate or adapt to changing market conditions, management may blame employees for being resistant to change or for lacking creativity, without considering their own role in fostering a culture of innovation or providing support for experimentation. In response to customer complaints or negative feedback, management may blame frontline employees for poor customer service, without addressing systemic issues such as inadequate training, understaffing, or flawed policies and procedures. If the company faces legal or compliance issues, management may blame individual employees or departments for non-compliance, without acknowledging their own failure to implement effective risk management strategies or provide adequate oversight. Blame shifting by management can erode trust, morale, and employee engagement within the organization, ultimately impacting productivity and performance. A culture of accountability, transparency, and open communication is crucial for fostering a healthy work environment and preventing blame-shifting behaviors. Blame shifting can have several detrimental effects on individuals, relationships, and organizations. Blame shifting undermines trust within relationships and teams. When individuals refuse to take responsibility for their actions or mistakes, it creates doubt and uncertainty among others, leading to a breakdown in trust and cooperation. Blame shifting discourages open and honest communication. Individuals may be reluctant to voice their concerns or admit their mistakes for fear of being blamed or criticized, resulting in communication barriers and unresolved issues. Constant blame shifting can foster resentment and hostility among individuals. When blame is unfairly assigned or deflected onto others, it breeds animosity and conflict within relationships and teams, further deteriorating trust and collaboration. Blame shifting diminishes accountability and personal growth. When individuals refuse to take responsibility for their actions, they miss out on opportunities for learning and self-improvement, perpetuating a cycle of repeating mistakes and avoiding accountability. Blame shifting impedes effective problem solving. Instead of focusing on finding solutions and addressing underlying issues, individuals waste time and energy assigning blame and deflecting responsibility, prolonging conflicts, and preventing resolution. In organizations where blame shifting is prevalent, it can contribute to a toxic work environment. A culture of finger-pointing and scapegoating stifles innovation, creativity, and collaboration, leading to decreased morale and productivity. Blame shifting can take a toll on individuals' mental health and well-being. Constantly feeling blamed or unfairly targeted can lead to stress, anxiety, and low self-esteem, affecting both personal and professional life satisfaction. Blame shifting hinders personal and professional growth. By avoiding accountability and deflecting responsibility, individuals miss out on valuable opportunities for learning from mistakes, developing resilience, and building character. Blame shifting damages relationships and undermines teamwork. When individuals refuse to take ownership of their actions or acknowledge their contributions to problems, it strains interpersonal relationships and erodes the sense of unity and camaraderie within teams and families. In extreme cases, persistent blame shifting can contribute to organizational dysfunction and failure. When leaders and teams are unwilling or unable to take responsibility for their actions, it can lead to systemic issues, poor decision-making, and ultimately, organizational decline. Overall, blame shifting has far-reaching consequences that extend beyond individual behavior, affecting relationships, team dynamics, and organizational culture. Addressing blame shifting requires a concerted effort to promote accountability, foster open communication, and cultivate a culture of trust and collaboration. Stopping blame shifting requires a combination of self-awareness, communication skills, and a commitment to accountability. Individuals should reflect on their own actions and attitudes to understand why they might be prone to blame shifting. Identifying personal triggers, biases, and defense mechanisms can help individuals take ownership of their behavior. Encourage individuals to acknowledge their role in situations, whether positive or negative. Accepting responsibility for one's actions is the first step towards accountability and constructive problem solving. Foster an environment where team members feel comfortable expressing their concerns, sharing feedback, and admitting mistakes without fear of retribution. Encourage open dialogue and active listening to facilitate understanding and collaboration. Shift the focus from assigning blame to finding solutions and addressing underlying issues. Encourage team members to work together to identify root causes, brainstorm solutions, and implement preventive measures to avoid similar issues in the future. Leaders and managers play a crucial role in setting the tone for accountability within the organization. Lead by example by taking responsibility for your actions, admitting mistakes, and demonstrating a willingness to learn and grow from setbacks. Instead of blaming individuals for mistakes or shortcomings, provide constructive feedback aimed at helping them learn and improve. Focus on specific behaviors or actions, offer support and guidance, and encourage a growth mindset. Ensure that roles, responsibilities, and expectations are clearly defined and communicated to all team members. Clarify goals, timelines, and performance metrics to minimize misunderstandings and reduce the likelihood of blame shifting. Recognize and celebrate achievements and milestones as a team. By highlighting collective accomplishments, you reinforce the importance of collaboration and shared responsibility, fostering a positive work culture built on trust and accountability. If blame shifting persists despite efforts to address it, consider whether there are underlying organizational or cultural issues contributing to the behavior. Addressing systemic issues such as poor leadership, lack of trust, or toxic work dynamics may be necessary to create lasting change. Emphasize the importance of continuous learning and personal development within the organization. Encourage team members to seek feedback, pursue training opportunities, and take ownership of their professional growth journey. By promoting a culture of accountability, open communication, and continuous improvement, organizations can effectively address and prevent blame shifting, fostering a more positive and productive work environment. Visit payrollservices.africa or send an email to alta@payrollservices.africa for more information. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more informational videos.